Welcome to my new series, Mains for Your Mains, where I give you dinner ideas that will surely impress your guests this Ramadan. We're starting off with lamb mandi, my most remade recipe every year. Tender, slow-cooked lamb on a bed of smoky rice and all the toppings. This is one of those dishes that's actually quite simple to put together, but your guests will be talking about it for weeks after they've had it. I start by washing the lamb with salt, lemon, and vinegar to remove some of that gamey taste and smell. I'm using shoulder today, but you could definitely use lamb leg and follow the exact same method. After washing, pat the lamb dry, poke a bunch of holes in it, and marinate with olive oil, vinegar, and a bunch of spices that I'll list in the caption. If you can let it marinate overnight, that's even better, but if not, that's okay. You can bake it off right away. It's going to bake low and slow at 325 for 3.5 hours, and in the meantime, we'll work on the toppings. We fry some almonds, some onions, and some raisins, and then set them aside. After the meat has been cooking for 3.5 hours, remove it from the oven, take off the foil, and put it back into the oven, this time at 400 degrees for another half hour to crisp up. Then set the meat aside and strain the juices it was cooking in. We're going to use this to cook the rice. And I like to skim the oil from the juices because it can be a lot. For the rice, I do 1 part washed basmati rice, but not soaked, to 2 parts liquid. If you don't have enough juices from the meat, just top it off with water. Then I add salt, turmeric, cardamom pods, and bay leaves. Once the liquid reduces, reduce the heat to low, cover, and let it steam for 15 minutes. During this time, light up a piece of charcoal, and once the rice is done cooking, turn off the heat, nestle in a small bowl with a little bit of oil into the rice, and then add the lit charcoal into the oil. It'll immediately start to smoke up, so quickly pop the lid on and let it sit until the smoke runs out. And then you're ready to assemble. Rice on the bottom, you can pull apart the meat on top, or you can leave it whole, then all your toppings. And finally, the star of the dish, Yemeni sahalik. Happy hosting, and big top for me.